1 John 3:1 says, "See what great love the Father has lavished on us, that we should be called children of God." And that is what we are. We live in a world flooded with headlines, some exciting and many heartbreaking. But there's one piece of news that transcends every headline, every crisis, every joy. That is, I have a Heavenly Father, a personal, loving, attentive Father who knows my name, my needs, and my future. That is not just good news. It is the best news. Jeremiah 1:5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you." Unlike earthly relationships that may falter or fade, our Heavenly Father knows us intimately. He knows our thoughts before we speak them, our fears before we name them, our dreams before we dare to chase them. He knows our weaknesses and still calls us His. He knows our doubts and still invites us to trust. Back when I was a baby Christian, the song "He Knows My Name" became one of my favorite songs. Its lyrics were beautifully written and spoke directly to my heart. It goes like this: I have a maker, He formed my heart. Before even time began, my life was in His hand. He knows my name, He knows my every thought. He sees each tear that falls and hears me when I call. I have a Father, He calls me His own. He'll never leave me, no matter where I go. One night, as I was lying in bed and the world grew quiet, a simple thought filled my heart. The best news in this world is that I have another Father. Not because He's powerful enough to move mountains, not because I was asking Him for anything, but simply because He's my Father. That thought warmed me in a way I can hardly describe. I already have a loving earthly Father, and I'm deeply thankful for Him. But to realize that I also have another Father, a Father in heaven, who loves me perfectly, endlessly, and personally, it just overwhelms me. The very idea that the Creator of the universe looks at me and says, "That's my child," it still takes my breath away. From that night on, something in me changed. I began to see life differently. When I woke up in the morning, I wasn't just facing another day. I was waking up as a child of my Heavenly Father. When I prayed, it wasn't a ritual anymore. It was a conversation with someone who truly knew me and cared about every detail of my heart. Even in hard times, when things didn't make sense, I found comfort in knowing that my Father in heaven was still holding my life in His hands. I didn't have to strive for His approval. I already had it. I didn't have to earn His love. It was freely given. And that truth brought a peace that nothing in this world could ever give. So now, whenever life feels uncertain or the world seems heavy, I go back to that moment, lying in bed, realizing the best news in this world is that I have a Heavenly Father. Because when I remember that truth, everything else looks different. I'm not walking through life alone. My Father walks with me. I'm not unseen. My Father knows me by name. I'm not unloved. My Father has already proven His love on the cross. And that changes everything. It gives me peace when things don't make sense, hope when the road feels long, and comfort when my heart feels weary. So if you ever find yourself wondering who you are or where you belong, pause, be still, and remember this. You have a Father in heaven who calls you His child. He delights in you. He's proud of you. And He loves you with a love that will never end. That's the best news in the world. Not just that He's powerful or mighty, but that He is your Father.